SGBX is trending as traders and investors speculate about the potential of a short squeeze given the stock's low float and its elevated short interests. They're also comparing the stock to QNRX that ran up a huge gain today. But it didn't. It didn't run like QNRX. So it's settled with a gain of the gain is the gain was ultimately 83.64%. This is the post-market session of Friday the 10th of October. In the regular session, the gain was 92.59%, so it has lost some of those gains. It's run up. Underlying trend is a bearish one, so even with all this trend is showing, it hasn't changed anything. So the stock has been showing some strength within a longer term bearish trend. It's 200-day moving average, this one, which underscores the underlying trend is bearish, sloping bearishly lower or sloping down. Okay, the extrapolation is saying even with all of this trend, it has printed, it's not budged. It's extrapolating lower prices going all the way towards Wednesday the 22nd of October. Then after that, by Thursday the 23rd, maybe a bounce may occur, but nothing in the interim, nothing at all. Okay, upper projections, we have intraday high here, $9.8. Okay, here we have even higher prices. We have 13.4, 15.84, 17.35. Yeah, it's a low float stock, so I think that would not be out of place. As of the 14th of July, it had as high as 63.76, 73.44, 79.42, and indeed also $2.3 and some really negative prices. Yeah, so it cut both ways. It cuts both ways. Yes, it cuts both ways. Price pressure momentums on the 10-day moving average and the 21-day moving average, they are still very much bearish. That shows you how bearish the stock, how bearish it is. So even with a gain of 100%, almost more than that, it's still severely bearish. Yeah, it's still not out of the woods yet, even with all of the strength. So on the 4-hour chart, you can see yes, lower prices are expected to keep laying out up till the 14th of October, when we may have a bounce, and then the decline may continue, may resume thereafter. Projections are saying 9.05, 9.27, 11.66, 13.14. Price pressure momentums, let's see what we have. I think they may be trending. Yeah, okay. They are trending here on its 4-hour chart, but the two second derivatives on these two moving averages, the 10 and 21-day moving averages, are severely bearish, indicating that even though it looks like it's out of the woods on this 4-hour chart, a lot of selling pressure is going on. A lot is going on. Maybe that's why the algos are not projecting anything to the upside. Yeah. So nothing. There's no news concerning the stock. It's just speculation about a possible short squeeze, given the low float and its high short interest. Okay, it's not active at the moment. This is the post-market session. Yeah, not active at the moment. We could just quickly have a look at the market grid on its 4-hour chart to see what it's going to give us. Let's apply the market grid. It's going to give us a more accurate price range. Yeah, the Fibonacci projections are not as, it just gives us, they're both potentials, but the market grid is more more clinical, more clinical. Yes. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have the trajectories to the downside. Projections are saying the market, the top of the grid is at $9.4. So given that it's the trajectories to the downside, current price is 5.94. So it's in between the resistance and the supports. There's a good chance it may test the chance of it testing 5.51 is there. So the bottom of the grid is 3.1. Yeah, okay. So let's see what it says on the 3 hour chart. Okay, where we have, let's see what we have. 7.65 is a lot more conservative here. Yeah, and my lot more narrow on this on the 3 hour chart. Let's see the 2 hour chart. Yeah, it's okay. Well, I think what's going on is because these the higher you go up the charts, the intervals uh the intervals are reduced. So the interval between the 2 hour chart has a shorter interval than the 3 hour chart. So the market grid has is contracting. So it's doing what it's supposed to do, and it's already started to do that on the 3 hour chart, on the 2 hour chart, and that would also be the case on its 1 hour chart. So you can see, but even at that, the range is still very much like what it is on the 3 hour chart. Yeah, the range is pretty much the same. Let's have a look at the 1 hour chart. Okay, we're on the daily chart for some reason. Okay, the day chart, not the stock is outside of the grid. I was going to have a look at the 1 hour chart. Okay, the 1 hour chart. Let's see what we have on the range. Yeah, okay, it's a lot tighter here. 6.91 all the way down to 6.5. So 5.59, even a lot more narrow. Yes, you can see the market grid. Whenever there's expansion, it will expand to accommodate it and give you it will yeah it will react and it will stretch out and give you higher projections in both directions. But after that, with time, it begins to contract, as the case may be. If the expansion doesn't remain in place, it will continue to contract to give you the range, to contract to give you the range. And it's after contraction that maybe a possible expansion may happen. You can see what's going on here. You can see it's contracting. It has been contracting since 5 a.m. New York time today. So it's now saying that anytime soon from by yeah by in a few hours time, in a few minutes time, it should be expanding. That's what it's saying. Of course, it doesn't mean that it will happen. Yeah, it's saying that by the close of today's trading session, it should begin to expand, going all the way towards the 14th of October. This is its for 1 hour chart. Yeah. So yeah, just nothing. It's just speculation about the prospects of a short squeeze that is behind this chart around the stock. That's behind the reason it is trending as things stand right now. So get in there and have a look. Be really careful. Fundamentals not really fantastic. It's a stock. If you know how to play it, you play it, but it's not an investment grade stock. Thank you very much for watching this video.